Right, we're live. How's everyone doing? Well, clearly not good because we lost, but hope everybody is doing well and okay. I'm gonna try and keep it short, but it's always hard to keep it short with Manchester United, as you all know. Um, first thing first, do you need headphones? There you go. This guy's got headphones. Anyways, what did you guys make of that game? For me, I don't actually know. I finished my fan forum, right? And I was speaking to Beth, and it almost felt like I wasn't as upset as I thought I would be. Ed says, big up Patrick, big up Ed. Ed says, we got punched up today. It doesn't actually feel like that worse of a loss because of the scoreline. But again, it's a performance. How do Manchester United score 3 goals with that performance is what's weird. It's just weird, isn't it? It's confusing, it's weird, it doesn't make sense, nothing adds up. All I can say is I find it interesting how Erik ten Hag's decisions go against him, but it also helps him in games. Certain things like, keeping Rashford off and not subbing him off. Certain things like keeping Bruno Fernandes on and not subbing him off. Certain things like putting Scott McTominay in the 10. Like, the team doesn't perform well, but we end up scoring goals one way or another. Is that a credit to us, or is that a discredit to the other team? Because if you ask me, Bayern Munich are going to be kicking themselves. Like, nobody can deny Bayern Munich are probably going to say to themselves, like, how did we actually end up conceding 3 goals against a team like Manchester United? Was that a penalty? Is going to be the big question. Was that an actual penalty or not? A lot of people will say that wasn't a penalty, especially because that won't be given a penalty in the Premier League, right? That's not a penalty in the Premier League. But then in the Champions League, it is. Also, I watched, obviously the highlight back of the game, of the goals. And the first thing is, the first goal, Marcus Rashford should have done better when it came to marking Leroy Sané. I'm just trying to let me see if I can bring it up. I can't play it obviously for copyright reasons, but I can bring it up for you guys, and I am going to bring it up for you guys as well. Bear with. I'm gonna bring up the actual game and bring you a screenshot of the first goal. So I hope you guys will be able to. Right, you guys will be able to see this, yeah. Like I say, I'm not gonna play the clip, but look at Rashford, right? So look at Marcus Rashford in the first goal. Andre Onana is at fault. Get involved in the comments as well. Andre Onana is most definitely at fault. But when you look at Rashford's positioning as Sané cuts in, there's 2 players. Reguilon has to mark the overlap, make sure obviously he keeps his offside line. Rashford is now the man trying to close in on Leroy Sané. And watch where Rashford is after Sané's gone there. Do you guys see? You see what I mean? And this is something that you have to pick up on. And I've got a friend of mine who's a winger, by the way. He's a professional winger. Can't tell you who he plays for, whatever. But he saw that as well. And I'm sure he's gonna agree with me here as well. That I'm sure he's gonna agree with me as well that Rashford should be doing better. Right at this moment, Marcus Rashford should be putting a challenge in. And he probably doesn't get booked if he puts a good, decent enough challenge in. And look how Marcus Rashford just lets him go. And that's Eriksen as well there. He's just gliding past. And how is this acceptable is the biggest concern. At least 20% of the blame falls on Marcus Rashford here. Andre Onana is the main culprit, don't forget. Andre Onana is most definitely the main culprit. But how is Marcus Rashford allowed to do these activities on the pitch and not get... Look at him. Just look at him. Just simply look at him. And the lethargic behavior he does again and again. Look at Eriksen. Lethargic. Not ready to put a challenge in. And this is at 27th minute. Proof is in the pudding. Again, Andre Onana is to blame. But I am going to start doing these with you guys where I'm going to start bringing up images. I'm going to start bringing up images for you guys to see. I hope you guys can hear me as well, by the way. Sidano says we can't hear him, but I hope you can hear me. Always Wrong says, what you thinking about Pellistri's performance? I'll get onto that. We scored 2 random goals and an absolute world, he says Patrick. Dean says no pen. Mohammed says, just so fresh to see Facundo did well at this stage. Free Anthony as soon as possible. Football is the game says Faz. Honest question, are we winning majors with Bruno as our captain? He gets held so much high regard by the fan base like he's David Silva reincarnated. I've said it again and again. We have this thing about holding certain players of ours so high up when they haven't actually achieved anything with Manchester United. That's one. And two, I'm glad that we're in the Champions League. Of course I am. But I'm also glad that we're in the Champions League is because you're competing with the best of the best in the world. And when that happens, you see levels. There is levels to football. And before you start putting world-class attachment to certain players, and I'm a big culprit of that because I did that with Marcus Rashford last season and it bit me back. But Bruno Fernandes versus Jamal Musiala. Bruno Fernandes versus Maddison. Bruno Fernandes versus Odegaard. Bruno Fernandes versus Kevin De Bruyne. Look at the sheer difference in levels. But people will tell you Bruno Fernandes versus Luxembourg. Oh, look at Bruno Fernandes in international duty. He put a good ball in today, got his assist. Casemiro headed it in. You know, people will look a lot into that. But the fact is, as a captain, he's supposed to be, as some people say or some people claim, he's the best player on the pitch. And people are not willing to have difficult conversations. They're uncomfortable with having these difficult conversations. He doesn't have any technical ability in terms of beating a man 1v1. He can't hold the ball off. He's not press resistant. His set pieces are at times diabolical. In the first half, he had a shot, if I'm not mistaken, that went on the 5th tier of Allianz Arena. And I don't even know if they have 5 tiers. So, what do you guys make of that? And Musiala, Jamal Musiala is 20 years old. He's got 9 years. 9 years ahead of Bruno Fernandes. And just look at, like I say, I keep doing it. Just look at Marcus Rashford there. Just look at Marcus Rashford there. And look at Eriksen. And look how it ends up. And that has to tell you everything you need to know about Manchester United. That's absolutely everything you need to know about Manchester United. Lethargic, unbothered. I am going to blame Erik ten Hag for that because it's his job for him to analyze these moments with the players. It's his job to bring this up. It's the analyst's job. It's the individual coach's job. It's the defensive coach's job. It's the attacking coach's job. It's everybody's job as a collective to upskill the players in those positions to not do these mistakes. And you can't say it's a lack of IQ. These are professional players playing at the highest level of football. You can't blame it on IQ. Oh, well, they don't know to do this. They don't know what to do. But they do. It's very simple. Put a shift in, put a tackle in. Get a yellow card, well, okay. At least you stopped a goal. In that moment, if Marcus Rashford or Eriksen had put in a tackle, maybe they get away with not getting a yellow card and maybe they stop us from conceding a goal. That's one. And number two, Andre Onana has to do better. I said this early on, before we even signed him. I think it was on the fan forum. I said this loud and clear. Brace yourselves for Andre Onana's mistakes. Brace yourselves. I'm going to bring up some stats for you guys. Bear with. I'm going to bring up some stats of Andre Onana. And I would love to see what you guys think. Andre Onana, career, goals conceded. This is as a keeper. Manchester United this season, 5 games, 10 goals. This is in domestic leagues. Inter Milan, 24 games, 24 goals conceded. Ajax, 6 games, 10 goals. Ajax, 20 games, 15 goals. 24 games, 21 goals. 33 games, 28 goals. 33 games, 32 goals. 32 games, 20 goals. There's good few of you in the chat. Can someone add all of these up and find out what percentage of goals he's conceding? Is it 95%, 97% of the time? What percentage of the time is he conceding goals? Can someone do the math for me? I could do it, but it'd just take me time. I'd rather someone else do it in the chat and let me know. But that stat tells you what? And that is over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons. Fantastic player on the ball. No denying that. Nobody can sit here and deny it. But the clean sheet, look, he's failed to keep a clean sheet in 21, 22. 9, 8, 15, he does well. He does well in 18, 19, 12, 15 again, he does well. But you can't be competing with David De Gea in terms of clean sheet. You cannot. And David De Gea's clean sheet record as well, I'm going to bring it up. I don't know it from the top of my head. But let me bring up David De Gea's clean sheet record. Hold on. David De Gea's best season came under 2017-18 under Jose Mourinho's management with 18 clean sheets and in the Premier League. And another 4 in the Champions League, making it 22 clean sheets in the season. But in the league alone, he's done 18 clean sheets. Do you think Andre Onana can get 18 clean sheets with Manchester United? And that's in the Mourinho's tenure as well. Have a think. Let me know in the comments if you guys think he can. Let me know if you think he can. Let me see. Can I check his clean sheets season in, season out as well? I need that. Let me see if I can bring it up. Hold on. Try and bring it up. If someone can give me the start early, that'd be great. But that tells you everything you need to know. That he is not going to keep as many clean sheets as people expect. It's just, it's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. I can't seem to get it up. I'll have to do a bit of digging and bring up the stats. But if anybody can, his career stats as a goalkeeper, his clean sheet season in, season out, please do bring it to me. Please do bring it to me. But he's had 223 clean sheets in his entire life. In 600 games, 664 games. In 22-23 season, in the Premier League, David De Gea kept 17 clean sheets. In 21-22, he's kept 8. So the worst season that we've had, he's kept 8 clean sheets. 8. And Andre Onana's kept 8 in Inter Milan. So David De Gea's worst season, he's kept 8 clean sheets. And Andre Onana's kept 8, 9, 8. Let that sink in. Again, I'm sitting here telling you that Andre Onana is good for the team. I'm sitting here and telling you that. He's good for the team. 2021, David De Gea kept 9 clean sheets in the Premier League. 1920, he kept 13 clean sheets in the Premier League. 18-19, he kept 7, which was a very bad season for him. And 17-18, under Jose Mourinho, he kept a total of 18 clean sheets. In 16-17, again, he's kept 14. Double digits, regularly. Regularly double digits. Make that what you will. And this is why I tell you guys, get ready and brace yourselves for the sheer amount of goals Manchester United are going to concede under Andre Onana. He's going to be better for us going forward, for sure, but he's going to concede a lot of goals. And that's the purpose of this message and this stat. Someone says, give him time. I like Onana, give him time. You don't need time to have stronger wrists. You don't. You don't need time to be able to make a save. This is a goalkeeper. Tactically, it's different for him to play out the ball, but you don't need time to have stronger wrists. You don't need time to become a better shot stopper than you already are. And don't forget, David De Gea had a bad season when he came to Manchester United, but he was very, very, very young. Andre Onana is an established 27-year-old Champions League final caliber goalkeeper. You have to have him of that standard. I support him. Someone says, Faz, he's here, so support him. I do support him. But I am not naive enough to overlook the stats. That's what I do. I drill into the stats. I drill into everything, and I call it as it is. What I do is I support the players, but I'm also extremely honest. And that's why a lot of people don't like the way I put things. I do not say it as it is. I do not sugarcoat things. One thing I will not do to you. Dalot's had an okay performance. At times he looked very bad. I think the second goal was definitely he could have done better, without a shadow of a doubt. He made some crucial blocks. He tried to play the ball forward, but there's numerous times where he played the ball backwards when he shouldn't need to. On the other hand, the Reguilon, so direct, going forward, constantly bombing up and down that pitch, supporting Marcus Rashford during attacking phases as well. But Reguilon is playing like his career depends on each game when he plays for Manchester United. He's not a Manchester United player. He's clearly a Spurs player who's had a very bad loan spell, who didn't get into the Spurs squad. He must have been third or fourth choice fullback, and he's come here to rejuvenate his career. And that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. Funny enough, actually, let me just ask you. Let me just ask you quickly. Can you hear me? Bayern Munich versus Manchester United today. And Jadon Sancho, 1 hour before kickoff, is playing FIFA with YouTubers online.
Is that like fact?
Yeah, factual. Images came out of him playing FIFA online. As a player, you've been dropped from the squad because of you. Do you know the situation? What happened? So the manager said publicly after a game that Jadon Sancho has not been training to the level I want him, so he's not been in the squad. 35 minutes after that interview, Jadon Sancho put a tweet on Twitter saying, "I will not take lies on my name. I feel like I have been made a scapegoat. I trained well. I believe I trained well. I'll keep fighting for the badge and keep fighting for the shirt, whatever. And he left that tweet on public for nearly a week, if not a week. Nearly a week. And that tweet got like 60 odd million views. Plus more. Obviously, it circled around the whole internet. Ten Hag, a few days later, dropped him from the squad, told him go train with the academy. He's not in the squad. Today, 1 hour before kickoff, you know how normally players will put a picture saying, "Go on, lads, supporting you, good luck." He's playing FIFA, FC24, the new FIFA, with content creators online. And you and I both know, players will tell people, "Yo, don't put this out anywhere. I'll play with you, but don't put it out. Make sure it doesn't go out." But it's gone out. And he's played FIFA with few people online, so he's been online. Huh? What do you mean statement? So I'm speaking to a professional player. He's a winger. He's a professional player. He's played against Manchester United. I'm not going to tell you who, but he's played against Manchester United. So this is what he has to say. Go on. So he's almost trying to show like he doesn't care. And what are you saying? The word? The hate is not getting to it. And what's the word you said? Statement. And would you do that? If you wanted to play for Manchester United and you've been dropped, would you make that sort of statement? Or is that a statement of a player who wants to leave and doesn't care? If you wanted to play, you wouldn't, right? Right. But you don't care enough. An hour before Champions League game, first Champions League game of the season, you're playing FIFA. And I don't have any problem. You know me. I don't have any problem for you to enjoyment. But you know you could have told the guy, "Don't put this out anywhere. Let me enjoy. Let me cool off 1 hour and then I'll watch the game." But he's let that happen. Now, he's been dropped from the squad. International break, anyways. Jadon Sancho, international break. He's been dropped from the squad. Or at that moment, he's not been dropped yet. The statement's not come out. So Eric Ten Hag said in publicly, Jadon Sancho's not training well, so I've not used him today. Jadon Sancho's put out a statement. Few days are going. Club are still deciding what they're going to do with him. He's flown to America on a party, taking public pictures and posting it. He's gone with Bissaka. And again, you know and I know that players have the power to say to people, take him, yo, no pictures. I'm here, but no pictures. But he's dripped out, he's gone out. Again, what does it say? Statement, right? At that level, anyways, it's statement, isn't it?
Sometimes in a very public situation,
It's hard. It's kind of
the FIFA situation is statement.
100%. Now, you've gone, it's someone's birthday, Bissaka's gone, okay, whatever. You know, enjoy your life. It is what it is. But the FIFA is purposely an hour before kickoff.
Statement, or we'll have to speak to who is it there.
There's people clearly behind the scenes, his boys, his agent, his whatever. He's telling him, yo, you're Jadon, man. Jadon Ragamuffin, you're Jadon. An hour before kickoff when players are normally... if you don't travel with the team, take a jet. You're Jadon Sancho. Go to the game. You can just get access to the game, go to the game, support the boys. Still here, not in the squad, supporting the boys. Support from home. Maguire didn't travel. Maguire ain't put anything out. He ain't playing FIFA. He ain't. And 350 racks a week. One of the highest paid youngest players in the world. Very few players on 350 a week in any club. You don't think the money's getting to his head? 350, 250 the same. Money's money. Racks is racks. Yeah, money's money. Players are playing FIFA all the time, Call of Duty all the time. They have private logins, private whatever. You know, they can make sure. But for him to let that out and people, numerous account, not one content creator, like 2 content creators. Comment down below if I'm wrong, by the way. 2, 3 content creators put it out. Playing FIFA with Sancho.
Players like this, in this kind of situation, once they've made it, the whole mindset changes.
Mindset changes in what way?
In defense of Sancho, your mindset changes in a way where you want to be respected and treated.
And you know Jadon. Mad thing is, you know people who know Jadon. Right. So he's saying, when you make it to that level, your mindset changes, and you want to be respected. And he put the tweet out saying, I have been made a scapegoat for a very long time. You think he has a point? But how dare you go against the gaffer though, publicly? Right, let me read out his exact what he said, right? You shake me, I shake you. 1 second. Where is the fucking actual... He's fined, I think, a week and a half wages or something like that. And you're sleeping, yeah, I know that. Yeah. Professional players for you. What time is it? 1 a.m. Professional players awake in my studio when they should be sleeping. You're not here. Nobody knows who you are. You don't play football, that's true. And you definitely don't know Jadon Sancho. Where's the... I'm trying to find... trying to read out... Let me read it out, right? You ready? Please don't believe everything you read. I will not allow people saying things that is completely untrue. I have conducted myself in training very well this week. I believe there are other reasons For this matter, I won't go into. I have been a scapegoat for a very long time, which isn't fair. All I want to do is play football with a smile on my face and contribute to my team. I respect all decisions that are made by the coaching staff. I play with fantastic players and grateful to do so, which I know every week is a challenge. I will continue to fight for this badge no matter what. It's a backhanded slap, isn't it? He's calling the manager a liar. Or the manager saying you're not performing at that level. But you never come out publicly and speak against the gaffer. That's something you don't do, right? It's hierarchy in football. Now, he's got 2 agents. He's obviously got 17 friends, 20 friends, whatever it is. He's got family. And you know nowadays, everybody, I gas you up when sometimes I shouldn't. But then I actually tell you your shit as well sometimes. But still, he's got people, and he's cleared the agents as well. He's gone past the agents. He has to, 35, 45 minutes after the statement came out from the manager. And the manager only said he's not training at the level that we require. We had to make choices for today's squad, and I didn't pick him. The manager instead picked academy players. You know, Dango, them man. So it's disrespectful to him as a senior player. I'm Jadon Sancho, come on, man. Are you picking over me? But he's good. He could definitely gone the wrong way about it. For months and months it's happened. For months and months. But you don't say that publicly, though. Once you leave the club, you can say, yo, Manchester United disrespected me, But you're contracted to the club. You have a duty to make sure you uphold standards. Yes, you have to show respect to the badge. Single him out after a loss. We lost against Arsenal. And Jadon Sancho was in the squad. Why mention him? Now, manager could have lied. Said Jadon Sancho's not feeling well. Could have lied. Nobody would have known. It's a cold. He's got a migraine. He's got a stomachache. Could have been anything. Today I had to make choices. I picked someone else. Simple, right? But the manager did put him under the lights. But Jadon Sancho's not been performing as well, don't forget. His fitness levels have not been there, as per some people claim. I don't believe that. He's an athlete, but he's not the intensity that people think. He's not been performing at the level on the pitch. What I do know is they use him in pre-season, but come season, they don't use him. So that's confusing to any player, right? Yo, you're getting me shagged during pre-season. I'm doing all this mileage. Come season, you're not using me. But also, he says there are other reasons to it that I won't get into. What does that mean? That you're saying the manager has favourites? And the manager does have favourites, but you don't say that, do you? And also, managers are not always right. They're not always right. They get a lot of things fucked up with players. We know that. But you don't say that in public. And you definitely don't play FIFA an hour before a Champions League game. Just not publicly. You could have told the guy you're playing FIFA against, yo, cool off. Don't make sure that nothing go out. I'll play you, but make sure nothing go off. Yeah, an hour before kickoff. Less than that, 45 minutes, something like that. You think it's not that deep? I don't think it's not that deep in terms of he's not in the squad, but I also think it's not that deep because he's gonna get sold at this rate. That's a good point. Because Jadon Sancho's not in the squad, if he was doing anything at all, it would have blown up. Let's say he's gone for a coffee. It would have blown up. He's chilling. He's gone for a Costa coffee. It's true. But FIFA, though, that's mad. I wouldn't say that. Anyways, it's a statement. It's a statement indeed. Man is not playing Champions League games. Dan Go, Forsen, Hannibal are getting in ahead of him. It's a statement. Anyways, moving on. Moving on swiftly. I think Jadon Sancho gets sold in January. Loan to buy option. It's gone. He's not staying. A couple of clubs in Europe are looking at him, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, I think Casemiro needs to get rotated. I said that before on the forum. I think it's. I think Casemiro is about time that we bring Amrabat in, Mason Mount as well. We need to figure out how to use these players and who's going to hold bench and who's going to be available for rotation. But Casemiro hasn't been the player this season so far. Numerous times, we've seen Casemiro jogging, away from players that he should be marking. Eriksen as well, leaving his runners. And in the first half, we saw Eriksen pressing really high up with Bruno Fernandes, leaving a huge gaping hole in the midfield. And I was like, don't get sucked in. But I don't know why they did that. It might be a manager's thing. I got another question for you, actually. Let me answer this for me. And I thought of this before. I'm going to ask him this question, right? So Marcus Rashford, first half, tracking back a lot. Slight tackling, heavy running. Second half, nothing. In every game, at least one half you're going to play on the manager's side. First half, second half, whatever. I don't see the manager telling him to track back in certain times when he should be. You know how the manager can tell a fullback to tell the winger? First half, he was on... Good question. First half, he was on manager's side. Second half, he wasn't. Master class. You joker. So second half, because he's not on the manager's side, he's like, let me cool off. This is funny. Do you do that as well? Because the manager ain't shouting at you. The gaffer can't speak to you. Yeah, but the gaffer can tell a fullback to tell you. Let's say ball's gone out for throwing. You can say, yo, tell Rashid, start tracking back. Whatever, someone's gone down, something's happened, innit? You've got at least a couple of seconds. Second half, he didn't track back at all. He's walking. Play this video. That's him second half. This is the video I'm showing him. This one here. Oh, no, it is on the manager's side. Pressing? Look at what he's doing. That's second half. Second half, he was on the fucking manager's side. Yeah. Was Rashford on the manager's side second half? Can someone comment down below? Because I'm sure he was on the... Yeah, that's second half, mate. That's fucking... Oh, because he went on the right wing. He's left winger, innit? They put him on the right wing, so yeah. But that's second half. And that's what he's doing. Look at him. Bro, how is that excusable? Like, the passes, come on, man. Bro, how is that excusable? Come on, man. And you tell me about reserving energy and shit. Come on, man. It's 3-1. Bro, come on, man. That's inexcusable. That's technical. That's technical. You can't get away with this shit. Now, here's my question to you. He does this every game. We've got clips. We're making clips of him every game doing this. Is it manager's instruction for him to reserve energy and not be tracking back, do you think? Because how much are we going to crush? How much are we going to go in on Rashford? You don't do it, you don't do it, you don't do it. To the point where it's like you're not being asked to do it.
He's not pressing so much, and it's such a problem for everyone. If you can see it, the gaffer can see it.
So if I can see it, the gaffer can see it. That's one. The gap between our winger and their winger is massive, leaving their winger and our fullback 1v1. At least if you're a bit deeper, you're covering that gap so that their winger can't pass it into the midfield. You get? So blocking passing lane and forcing the ball to go backwards. But the gap is so much that centre-backs are able to ping the ball over and second ball, and they're higher up on the pitch. The gap is too much. And if it's on the gaffer side and the gaffer's not telling him to close in, the gaffer's just stood there. And he's getting away with it game in, game out. Okay, so one, either the gaffer asked him to reserve energy, okay. Gaffer what? What did he say? And he's not doing it. So the gaffer's either... So one, he's been told to reserve energy, or two, he's asked him to press and work hard and he's not doing it. And the gaffer's not reacting, as some gaffers would. They would go crazy. Bro, everyone can see it's blatant. But every game, though. So if you're an end product man, you save your energy every game, because you've seen him live. You know how he is, innit? If he turns the burners on, it's long day. So you're telling what you're saying is the gaffer and the team know that if we have any option of counter attack, it's to Marcus Rashford, and he needs to have all the energy. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, but Neymar is of different. Mbappe is of different caliber. They can get away with reserving energy. Messi, they can get away with reserving energy. I mean, he scored 30 odd GA last season and got a 350 rack contract. 30 plus GA. Prem or all comps? No, I don't know it by heart. I know it's 30 plus GA. I think it's 18, no, less than 18 goals. I think it's 15 goals in the Premier League. I tell a lie, 17 goals in the Premier League. So all comps is 30 goals. Yeah, all comps. Yeah, all comps. 30 goals, 11 assists, 41 GA in one season. So you're saying if the squad can handle its own, they should be allowed to let Rashford do his thing. That's mad. That's actually mad. You say that because fan base won't agree with that at all. They'll say, "Why is he not working hard?" That's mad. So because he's had the credit in the bank from last season, he can get away with this season, technically. Well, it is. He's never had those numbers before. I mean, the season before, he had 5 goals in all comps in a whole season. The season before that, in all comps, he's at 21 goals. So 21, 5, 30. So it's a bit yo-yo. Yeah. And then the season before, 21, he scored the season before 22 goals. So he's 20 plus always, pretty much. You really think Ten Hag is going to tell him, save your legs? Because you saw that video, man. Come on, that video is mad. He's walking. And you saw the first goal. And that's like 27th minute. How are you letting that ball go, Sané, go past you like that? And you tell me all the time how strong Rashford is. Man just walked past him. Leeway FC. Leeway FC. You got an assist today. A contribution. You got his number, innit? You contributed today. Got his assist. That's true. If the keeper doesn't make that mistake, it's 3-3. And Manchester United get a point and people say, Marcus Rashford got an assist. Fine margins. Last season, 30 plus GA. Credit in the bank. 3 seasons in a row. If Marcus Rashford gets 30 plus GA 3 seasons in a row, nobody can chat to him. It's impossible. All right, funny you say that. Right, let me tell you this. Funny you say that. Because let me tell you this. 1920 season, Marcus Rashford GA 34. 1920. 2021 season, Marcus Rashford GA 36. 21-22 season, Marcus Rashford GA 7. But the whole team played bad. He played 32 games in all comps. The whole team played bad. It was the worst season ever. 22-23 season, Marcus Rashford GA 40 plus. So he's had 1 season off. He's been having 30 GA, 7 GA, 40 GA. So the record is there. It just had a massive dip and then it's... No, they don't. Man United don't have a squad that do well, no. But if the team is doing well, he gets away with stuff that he does. But he has to carry his own weight, no? By giving those GAs. Go back to your video, man. Let me. You know the maddest thing is, yeah, people will listen. If obviously you don't have a mic, but if people listen to this because everybody's going in on him, and I can understand why, because videos can give you a lot of, can send you crazy. But it's always interesting how you come across saying the GA is there. Whether he runs or not, 30 GA is no fucking joke. It's no fucking joke. If everybody's doing their job, then I can do mine. Remember, I think me and you watched a game, French league, and you were saying these centre backs are dust, blah blah blah, like a few months ago. How many GA do you think Marcus Rashford gets in the French league? 40, 50, innit? Because them centre backs, some of the shit they let slide, you're not getting it in fucking Champ, let alone Liga. But people say, well, Mbappe gets away with it. Mbappe's this, Mbappe. But Mbappe's in Liga. Let Mbappe come and do it in Premier League. That's mad. Yeah, that's mad. That's a good comparison. Put a lion to catch sheep or put a lion to catch an antelope is still the same thing. They're going to catch it anyways. It would be so, I wish I could do that, but it would be so funny to get like pro players to speak to the fans, because fans are like, they don't understand certain things that you lot say. Like, they don't think like that. The language that you lot speak, they don't think like that. And when I say it to them, they're like, oh, you're chatting rubbish. Oh, he's not tracking well. He's not doing this. But I'm like, well, actually, a player who's training week in, day out, living this life, playing against these teams, they think totally differently. Yeah. Well, they think Marcus Rashford is very selfish. They think Marcus Rashford doesn't play for the team. He doesn't cross. He's never crossed a ball. He's very selfish. He shoots too much. He shoots from outside the box too much. When he loses a ball, he doesn't fight to win it back. So what would you take? Would you take Marcus Rashford 15 GA and work hard, or 40 GA and not work hard? It's one of them, innit? But if you take half of his goals away, where would United be? That's a fair point. If you take half of his goals away, half of his GA, let's say, out of 40 GA, that's 20 GA gone. Where would the club be? Fuck. Anyways, there you have it. Maybe one day when he's retired. How many years till you retire? 20 years, you reckon? 30? 15? 50, okay, yeah, 15. Saudi. China. anyways. That was an interesting conversation. It was like speaking to a ghost. He's not here. You lot trying to guess who it is. You're never going to guess it. That's the first thing. And even if you did, I'll never react to it. Let me see some of the chats. Someone said I'm talking to my blow up doll. That's actually funny. Someone says Faza Sancho. Imagine. I've been playing FIFA with him. Someone says it's in his contract for him to play that many games. Marcus told to hug the touchline and beat the out. That's why he doesn't make the effort. Someone says, take that jacket off. You're definitely sweating. No, I'm not. I'm definitely not sweating. Let me see. As fans, we expect all players to give 100% at all times. Yeah, well, yeah, fans, like he said, fans are emotional. They will think in an emotional way. We need Marcus to do three things: be dangerous, be creative, be a scorer. Well, he's done that numerous seasons, but he's had one proper bad season, any real bad season. And 21-22 season, someone says he was playing through injuries as well. It's like I say, it's very interesting. Maybe I need to figure a way out how to dub like players' voices where people don't know who it is, and then I'll be able to bring them on. Maybe that might be the new thing that I try and do. Let's go through actually some of the quotes that Eric Ten Hag put out. Let me bring them up, and let me see. Big up Johan as well. Let me break Eric Ten Hag's quotes up. Big up the United stand. Big up Adam for getting the Bruno one as well. He looks surprised. But good on him for doing the interview. Bruno says Pellistri is one of the players who deserves his chances and deserves a lot of credit for everything he's been through and what he's done for the team. He's always training hard and did the job the manager asked him to do, and we are all happy for him because he really deserves it. Obviously, it wasn't enough, but we weren't playing against a crap team. We were playing one of the best teams in the world with great players and qualities. It's not the best moment for us, but we will get through it. Thank you, Eric. Tender hooks. I appreciate that. Bruno, I don't think anyone expected us to come to Bayern and score 3 goals. I don't think anyone would expect us to fight for the result and get something from the game. This is very true. Nobody would have expected us to get 3 goals in Bayern Munich. That's like if I told you before the game Manchester United are going to score 3 goals, you would have cussed me out. Let me see. Bruno says, I think everyone has to do their own job and look at themselves first. That's what I do as a player, not as a captain, as a person. I think everyone does that. I don't think today was the case of not doing the best or fighting for the result. It's just momentum against big teams. When you give a lot of chances to them, they're going to hurt you. It's tough. We need to get through, but we have enough players to get results. Some of them will probably come back early and lift the team because we have quality players injured, but it's about the ones who are currently giving something to get the results. We want to have everyone back because the more available, the more options for the manager to decide from. Still, we have the players and we have enough experience and talent to get through this moment, even with all the injured players. We conceded too early the next goal, and even then we kept control of the game. They had some chances, but when you go behind, you get too open, some spaces, and then against big teams like Bayern, they can hurt you. Hurt you. You're trying to get a result, and when a goal is disallowed, you always get a little bit frustrated, but that's part of the game. The positive is that the fighting spirit was there. That's interesting. We tried. It wasn't enough to win the game or to get something from it, but the team showed great spirit for 90 minutes. Some truth to it. I mean, we did score 3 goals, even after going down 3-1. Then Bayern went 3-1 up, and we still were fighting for the result, but then we conceded another goal, and our third goal was already too late to get something from the game. We conceded the second goal, but in the second half, we started really well. I think we could have got a different result after we scored a goal. We controlled really well in the beginning of the game. After we conceded a goal, we couldn't come back. What do you think of Bruno's comments, by the way, people? Do you guys like it? Also, what do you guys think of Onana's comments as well? I mean, a lot of comments came out from players, which was interesting. I think it's important for Bruno Fernandes to take accountability as a captain as well. It's good to see Bruno Fernandes say the things he said. Andre says, shit happens in life, the mistake cost us victory. I mean, he just keeps it real, doesn't he? Ten Hag says he takes the responsibility, that shows personality, that personality he needs to get in higher levels. If there's one mistake, don't make it bigger than it is. After he made the second half great save, so he's shown his capabilities. Laurie Whitwell. Ten Hag disappointed. When you score 3 goals in Munich, at least you'd have to take a point, but we didn't. Therefore, we have to look in the mirror. The goals were easy giveaways. Interesting. That is somewhat true as well. Richard Arnold. We, team, me included, only we can do it. It's in our hands, nobody else, says Ten Hag. I mean, that's just a very generic quote. Stay in the game and don't allow an opponent to score a goal. It's not about one mistake. It was too easy for the player to have the shot. It's too easy for the player to have a shot. Eric Ten Hag says it there. And that's because Marcus Rashford and Eriksen didn't close in on them and maybe put a challenge in. Every game is important. Every game is huge. We have to make our own luck. Nobody can help you. I said that before. If one player makes a mistake, it's done. It's gone. We have to believe as a team that we can always bounce back. Tonight we showed it. That's that. You know what? He's saying some truth there. We did fight. Onana did keep us in the game somewhat. Some people will agree with that. Yeah, he made some decent saves. I mean, some of the saves is expected. The last goal, by the way, that he scored, David De Gea has made saves like that, but David De Gea has also made mistakes like Onana has made. So it's a balance. Every game is huge. You have to make your own luck. Nobody's going to help you. You see, first 25 minutes we were good, but we didn't score, so we have to stay in the game. But look at the first goal. You have to make it harder to get the shots. It's about the team. Mistakes are being made, but you have to bounce back as a team. We have to believe we can always bounce back. If you stay in the game, fight, you can come back. I'm disappointed because we should stay in the game. If you score 3 goals at Bayern, you have to take at least a point. I've read that. We are in a period where a lot is going against us, but we have to keep going. If you can't keep going and following the rules, you will concede goals. I mean, he also called Alphonso Davies a bad defender, but obviously Alphonso Davies showed levels, absolute levels. Harry Kane has come on and said some bits as well. He says Manchester United are going through a difficult spell and suffering with injuries. They have a lot of talent. They can score and turn games around really quickly. I'm not too worried about them. I'm focused on myself. I'm sure they'll improve and get back to their best. But I'm just concentrating on us and I'm enjoying it so far. Andre Onana, it's a difficult situation for me. My start in Manchester United is not so good. Today is one of my worst games. It was a big opportunity for us to bounce back from the pressure we're facing, but it's tough. We have to be together. It's one of them minute players are going to say bounce back, we'll go again, all of that stuff. If we didn't win today, it's because of me. The team went down because of that mistake. But it's also, Marcus Rashford not closing in on Leroy Sané, as you saw from the video. The team was good. We didn't win this game because of me. I mean, just generic stuff. Very, very generic stuff. I don't know what to do with this team, in all honesty. Rasmus getting a goal. I mean, it was a deflection. Eriksen, funny enough, they targeted Eriksen in set pieces because Eriksen was far post. And numerous times you had players like Upamecano against Eriksen in set pieces. And Upamecano is 6 foot something and Eriksen is not that tall. And that's why I said when I said have Scott McTominay, it's not because of his ball playing abilities, passing. Because let's be honest, he's not a better passer than Eriksen, but it's because of his height and his physicality. It's as simple as that. As simple as that. Some people say it's a penalty, blatantly obvious. Some people say it's a penalty, and some people say it's not a penalty. But we got lucky with Casemiro goal. We got lucky, very, very lucky with the Casemiro goal. But don't forget, Bayern Munich hit the post twice as well. It could have been 6-3. Really and truly. Just as much as it could have been 3-3 for us if Andre didn't make that mistake. It could have been 3-2 to us if we didn't get that penalty. It's fine balance. It's fine balance. And they hit the post twice that they're going to look at and think, you know what, we should have put those chances away. Thomas Tuchel is obviously on a sideline ban, but the second goal especially, I mean, Diogo Dalot should be doing better. Let's be very, very honest here. Diogo Dalot chasing Jamal Musiala, who's just gliding past players. Absolutely gliding past players, and he tries to get something on it. But the funny thing is, look at where Casemiro is here. Look at where Lindelof is. Look at where Dalot is, and look at where Casemiro is. And look at the gap. Look at the sheer amount of gap between Bayern player there next to Casemiro, Bayern player behind Martinez, which is Harry Kane, and then you have another player here just outside the box as well. But look at the whole gap. Look at the sheer amount of space, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4 Bayern players, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Man United players. And again, look at the sheer gap between everything, and that is very, very concerning. Very, very concerning. How is that being allowed? How are we getting away with it? And again, I'm gonna bring the next screenshot up. Hold on. And in comes the next Manchester United player jogging and trotting. And these are minute details that Manchester United analysts and Ten Hag has to get into. So why? By the time the ball has left his foot, that's when Eriksen's getting to the player, and it's too little, too late. It's absolutely too little, too late. Shouldn't be allowed. Absolutely should not be allowed. You then go on to look at the next goal that they scored, right? Højlund scored next, which was really good. Penalty. I'm not gonna even dive into the penalty. I think it is what it is. But Leroy Sané hit the post, which I think Leroy Sané is going to be kicking himself for hitting that post. Again, he shouldn't be hitting the post at all. But Jamal Musiala just gliding past Manchester United is the maddest thing of it all. Look at this bit here. Look at Jamal where he is. Look at where he ends up. He ends up between two players. And this is how I mean there's levels to being a midfielder. And look at how it glides past everyone. And look at how many players we have behind the ball, and look at where Rashford is. Now this is what I mean. Marcus Rashford, he's all the way here. You have, in essence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players behind the ball, including Eriksen as well, you could say. So that's 8. But Marcus Rashford, look at where he is. Again, it's probably a managerial thing for allowing Marcus Rashford to stay out of defensive duties. And Leroy Sané turned the burners on, went past his marker, ended up with the ball, and Leroy Sané should be scoring that goal. And Bayern Munich are probably going to say there should be someone in the box to tap it in. In this position, there should be a Bayern player right inside the box to tap that ball in, and there isn't. So they'll be kicking themselves for that. And when we go on the attacking phase, that's when we try and get Marcus Rashford involved. But let me bring up the last goal. I mean, look at this phase here, for example. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players behind the ball. Ball ends up over the top. And I'm just going to bring this bit in, bear with. As the ball progresses from the wing, it's 1, 2, 3 versus 4. So where is everyone else? This is the maddest thing of it all. Where is all the other players? Why are Manchester United players not look at the gap? Look at the space. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. And again, ball hits the post, and Bayern Munich are going to be kicking themselves. Absolutely kicking themselves that they didn't manage to get that ball in the back of the net. Fast, Bayern have Sané, Coman, Gnabry, and United have Pellistri and Garnacho. If Ten Hag had his way, Pellistri would be on loan. But this is the reason why I'm bringing up all these variations of phases of play is for you to see. Look at this one as well. Ball is being played in. Now, look. Ball is here. Let me make the screen bigger for you guys. Ball is here. Right? Ball gets played in. Scott McTominay, Garnacho, Rashford. Right? 3 people behind the ball. Huge gap here, as you can see. Look at how the ball is gone. Just from a single tap and a single turn. And again, what's my man doing here? It's funny. It's very funny the way Manchester United play. Why there's what is this? What is this gap here? What is this gap here, people? Someone explain to me in the chat. Ball over the top, and the rest is history. This is where he crosses the ball. Runner, there you go. As you can see, he's ready to run. He's ready to go. You're probably seeing it here. Nobody closing him. Flat-footed. Lindelof is obviously preparing himself, bracing himself for the ball coming in. Look at Rashford. Nice and easy. Obviously, he's not involved in this phase. Scott McTominay. He's just come on the pitch, fresh legs. Garnacho, again, fresh legs. And Bruno Fernandes. if I'm not mistaken. That's Bruno Fernandes. And look at that. The rest is history. Fantastic touch from the player. Brought it down really well. Now, should Andre Onana be coming off his line? Yes or no? Comment down below. Do you think in this exact moment, as the ball is being played in, right there, do you think Andre Onana should be coming out? Yes or no? I'd love to know what you guys say. Even here, should Andre Onana be coming out? I can't get angry anymore. Like, I'm back. I should be back anyways. Yeah, I'm back. A lot of you saying no. Onana ain't good at shot stopping, so might as well. Someone said, good point. And obviously the ball goes in. David De Gea has made saves like that before. Someone saying yes. Should Onana be going and coming out of his line? I'm gonna do more breakdowns like this. If you enjoyed this though, make sure you like the video as well. And I'm gonna do more of this. Did you guys enjoy that? If you did, let me know. I'm gonna start preparing, doing more stuff like that as well. Positionally breaking down where players should be and where players I think should be and where you guys think should be. From an attacking perspective, though, let's just look at some of our attacks. Well, I'd actually need to go and screenshot the game itself and then bring things up. But I think we did well. The Rasmus goal was very lucky. Very, very lucky because of the deflection and rolling. The keeper could have got a stronger hand. Penalty decision. I think it's in a natural position. My friend disagrees. He thinks he's made himself wider. So that's that. The penalty. I mean, if you look at it from this perspective, it does look a bit mad. Look at where his hand is. It does look a bit mad. His hand is not almost in a natural position, so I can understand that. But in a Prem, it's not a penalty. So we've seen situations like that before. But again, Eriksen being far post with someone who's 6'4" or something like that, I don't understand. It should be someone else. It's a handball. It's almost unfortunate, isn't it? It's very, very, very unfortunate for Manchester United to get a handball. Nothing you can really say or do in that position. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do more stuff like this where I analyze the whole game, get loads of screenshots of stuff, and bring it up to you guys for you guys to see it with me. But overall, anyways, I'll be doing a call-in show with United Stand tomorrow, so make sure you look out for that as well. The free kick was great from Bruno Fernandes, and the header was good. But Bruno Fernandes, I mean, it's long overdue of him putting a good ball into the box. Long overdue. Long overdue. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Have a good evening. We take loads of positives. We scored 3 goals against Bayern Munich in Allianz Arenas. Last time someone did that was RB Leipzig last season. So yeah, take care, people. Highlights of this video will be out soon, and I'll be doing live tomorrow as well, breaking down the game a bit more, seeing as you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you comment down below once the video is up and live if you enjoyed it or not, if you want to see more stuff like this. I would love that. Peace out. Take care.